My buddy is in the building. Johnny Gill is here.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Hey, bro, thank you for coming in.
Man, come on.
I
man.
hit you by text. I was like, dude, you got to come in.
Man, I said, I'm on my way.
Johnny Gill is here. He's got a brand new album, Game Changer.
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
We're going to play some of your music and whatnot.
Awesome. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get with it. I've known you for quite a long time. We probably known each other, man, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you've never changed. I do. I'm not letting this gray come out, bro. Not yet. You can go ahead and have it.
I got tired of lying.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. So I've known you since you was a kid, bro.
Yeah,
Like since you were a kid and coming up but you've always remained the same.
Yeah.
How do you have that same spirit, man? You walked in here just like regular.
It's just being grounded, and I've been through a lot. We all have. I mean, when you live for a long time, obviously you go through ups and downs. And what I realized at the end of the day is that those things could never change who I am. And the thing that I look back and think about my journey. And people say this all the time, but I truly, truly mean it. I stand on it that if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Because what I am, who I am today, and I look in the mirror and I'm happy. I'm happy and love who I am.
How good is it that you get to go home DC every now and then, see mom, see your kid?
It's truly a blessing. Let me tell you, my mom, who's not able to move around and a lot of things, but I've been so fortunate and blessed to be able to provide her all the things that we need to do. And not only that for her, but to be here. I come in, I give my brother a break, I roll up my sleeves and go, all right, I'm here. And my mom's name is Annie. I'm like, what are we doing, Mom? I'm tired. I don't want to stay in the house. She loves casinos. So you got to understand, I have to work because she'll go through 2 to 3 times a week. And I told her before, I said, listen, if you want to go 7 days a week, Mom, be my guest.
Amen.
And that love comes through a lot of the music too, man.
Yeah. I try to stay true to who I am and tell stories and that I'm connected with. And I think that's what I feel like people resonate with. It's because it comes from an honest place. And if it's not my story, it's someone around me that I've experienced and their stories. So that's what makes me and keeps me going, man. And I just love it. 30-something years later, Game Changer 2, this album, it's the first time ever in my career, debuted at number one.
Number one.
Yeah, it's just when you think you've kind of like seen it all. It's been amazing. Soul of a Woman goes number 1. The song with Ralph, Perfect, is on its way right now to number 1. We're at last one back 13, and it's only been 4 weeks or 5 weeks. It's just
Soul of a Woman. Who's that about?
It's really about the strength of just women, period. I thought that was the most powerful message out of all of the songs that I've sang in my career. I just felt like that song talks about the strength of women and how we all stand on the shoulders of so many strong women and that have opened the doors and have paved the way. And I said to myself, I remember I had this song for almost 5 years, and it was for the last Game Changer album, the first Game Changer album. And that my mom was, after I started recording, that was the very first song that I recorded for the Game Changer 2 album. And I'm playing it, and my mom's going, John R. I goes, yes, ma'am. Play that song again. And I said, you really like this song, huh? It wasn't even finished, so I had to give it to her. And I said, it's not finished. She was like, yeah, but that was her song. And she said, yeah, that's going to be big. I like that. I said, you really like it? Yeah. And that was the first single. And man, it just took
Can we play
off.
it right now?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Gill is in the studio on The Morning Culture. Soul of a Woman off the Game Changer 2. Here it is on V103. Nothing like the soul of a woman.
Nothing like the soul of a woman.
Boy, you still got it, bro. Boy, you still got it.
I'm just a messenger.
Johnny Gill is in the studio. We got some more to play, so we're going to take a break. But before that, in your experience, outside of your mom, who's the most powerful woman you've ever met?
Oh, my God. The most powerful woman I have ever met. Well, My grandmother.
Yeah.
My grandmother, I tell you, she set the stage for all of us. She really, I mean, she made me that. Even to this day, that's why so many people say, they laugh at me and they go, how come you know so many people, from the trash man to the president, and everybody gets treated the same? My grandmother always taught us, she said, y'all check on each other. You make sure y'all stand together and stick together. And it was always, whether it was just our friends, family, it was just always so that way for us. And I find myself still to this day, I don't care what's going on in between time. These phones are ringing or going, or I'm on them going, hey, are you okay? Is everything cool? How's family? Everybody's good? And I can't, that's just a part of my life, and it's a part of something that my grandmother taught me, and it has been paid dividends for all of us, for my family being really tight and everybody understanding how important it is that we look out for each other.
What is your thoughts on the current state of R&B? It seems like a lot of it is real mixed in on the hip hop side. What artists have you been checking for and paying attention to?
I listen to everything. That's the reason why I think it's important to, this is how you know how old you're getting. Remember when we was growing up and our parents used to tell us the music we was listening to, that's a bunch of noise. Yeah. And now I'm hearing so many people going, hey, that's all that stuff they play. I don't understand half of what they're saying. It's just a new generation that's speaking a different language that we might not necessarily connect to, but it's still all art. And I think at the end of the day, it's just about what painting works best for you. But at the end of the day, I look at all that music and I try to stay open so that I can, as a musician as well, so that I can continue to be inspired. So I'm always listening to just different genres of music and understand that, this is their language that they're speaking, and try to figure out what it is that they're connecting with. But as an artist that's been around for 30-something years, I try to enjoy and find something in everything and all the music, because I play drums, keyboards, guitar, and I'm inspired by someone's story, by a note, by a beat, a number of things.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Gill. We are listening to his new album called Game Changer 2. And of course, we heard The Soul of a Woman, which is number one. Yeah. And then now you have a song with Ralph Tresvant that's jumping up the charts.
Speeding up the charts. I mean, it's been 4 weeks, 5 weeks now. We're almost, I think sometime this week we'll be in the top 10. It's been amazing, but it's just I think it's the powerful message more than anything that is really cutting through. This song called Perfect, this is just talking about watching how women just are all trying to keep up doing all the surgeries, trying to look like the Instagram models, and everybody's just trying to, and I think it's like just a reminder to embrace your imperfections and love who you are. Understand this is who God made you. And it's okay, even if you're going to do those things, but know the reason, what's behind that, why you're doing it. Because those things are not going to change whatever that is that you need to change on the inside, because it starts there before you start trying to figure out how to put all of the lips injections and all the other stuff that you think that's going to make you look or going to make you feel better.
So I got to ask you the question everybody wants to know. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting here and I said it. Like, think about this. I said, you and Ralph Tresvant on a song together. Yeah. You and Ralph Tresvant on a song together. Yeah. Two guys that we saw on television. Look, she laughing because she's the younger generation. So she don't know the old school. She only know what she just saw on television. And y'all ain't like each other. So she want to know, how did y'all get back in the studio?
Ralph and I.
Are you friends now?
Ralph and I have been friends. Ralph and I.
Because the TV show said no.
No. That's not true.
That's TV. That's TV.
Yeah, don't you know TV? Don't you know how to? Come on, you know the tricks of TV. Yeah. No, but Ralph and I, when we first started trying to fill each other out, that was back in the '80s when was recording with Jimmy and Jerry. That's when we actually started bonding. A week to two after recording, we started hanging out and just talking. And Ralph was gonna leave. He only stayed because he said finally somebody understands where I'm coming from, and because remember, he was always ganged up on. It was him against
everybody else.
Yeah, we had many conversations, and that's what brought him to settling back in and realizing that, okay, I can do this. And I sat down because I was the outside guy, the new guy, but coming in and looking at everything, surveying everything, I didn't have an opinion one way or the other. But what I saw, I was just like, ooh, okay, that's not cool.
And you were like the outsider.
Yeah, I came in. As soon as I came in, I think Michael and they looked at me and said, "What's wrong with this guy?" Because I saw 2 security guys running to pick up girls, going to get food, going to the clubs, and both of them and they were talking about how underpaid they were and all the work that they have to do. I called a meeting immediately and said, "Hey, listen, call me the new guy if you want, but these guys got our lives in their hands." And the last thing that you want them to do is to be disgruntled or be unhappy, because yes, that's their job to take care of us, but at the end of the day, they got to go that extra mile. And I said, and it's time that we have to understand that these guys need sleep. They have to be on their job to make sure they're covering us. And it was like everybody's looking at me going, "Well, who the hell you think you are coming in here?" I was like, "Hey, listen," but ultimately they got the job done and got them a raise, and they were happy and they worked hard.
Do you still tour with them?
With
the whole crew, New Edition, everybody?
No, we haven't in a while, and everybody's been off. They're all doing their thing, and of course, I've been doing mine. You know, it's when you're dealing with a 30-something year of a brotherhood, which there's just and not only just our group, but I mean, you've seen the story. There's just internal issues that just going to continue to go, but some kind of way, even after 30-something years of doing it, we always figure it out and find our way back. Some kind of way. So it's a part of the process and part of life. And I think every time you look at all the groups, and we all got this pretty much a different story, but it's basically
still the
same.
But we don't have R&B groups that last 3 months. I mean, do you think that boils down to ego or just the way the industry's set up right now?
I think it boils down to a number of things. The way the industry is set up right now, I think it's about ego. I think it's a number of things. Everybody thinks that now at this point, everybody's really out for themselves. I don't even think you look at groups now and they even have that bond as a group. It's people put them together as a concept. They do what they do, and then it's like was it successful? No, and we move on. And that's what I think. It's a combination of a number of things. But when you've been around for many, many years, I mean, listen, look at Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. I don't even think they don't ride in the same cars. They don't stay in the same hotels. They don't even have the same dressing rooms. But they understand what business is.
I got one more question before we play this song. How's your relationship with Stacey that I saw now?
I haven't talked to Stacey. I've seen Stacey in God knows how long. But, listen, I've learned that in life, sometimes people come in your life for a season. I've often said to a lot of people not that I'm saying this about Stacey, but I'm just saying sometimes when rotten leaves fall off the tree, you don't really try to pick them back up and put them back on. It opens up and leaves room for new ones to grow.
Yeah.
And even with people that we have that comes in our lives that make impacts in our lives, not everybody's here for the long haul. But whatever that is, take the good from that and be inspired and continue to move forward. So I look at some of the people that they'll leave and then they come back at some point. You cross paths. I mean, that's life, how things work. But most importantly is to live life. And every day that's what I'm doing, and doing it to the best of my ability, and just enjoying it.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate you,
man,
bro.
Thank you. And you've been here supporting for years, and I can't thank you enough, man, for being just a great friend, a great supporter. I'm grateful. I don't take you for granted at all.
All right. Wine tasting. We drinking some Camus.
I'm in.
All right. Johnny Gill, everybody.